Jays, they start play tonight a half game ahead of Texas. No debate about who their best player is in his second year in the big leagues. Bobby Witt Jr. briefly last year, and now looks like he has solidified himself as the third baseman. Contend this year, but they also did not expect to threaten the all-time franchise
with this young organization. And obviously the organization is not young, but this team is young.
And now in there with a slider for a strike. 3-1.
The leadoff man Garcia has 20 steals in 25 attempts.
That's fourth in the big leagues. The 3-2 line to short, and Bo Bichette. So a hard hit ball, but the first down of the night is now Bobby Witt Jr. in the game today. His second overall pick back in 29. His stolen bases as he takes high, ball one, and this is the guy
going forward.
Got a piece of the slider to stay alive. As that fastball misses away, the Blue Jays just back off a full and outscored them 39-10 in the 3 games. So over that 3-game fouled back, still 2-2.
Quite a battle going on here. Bobby Witt
Bobby Witt Jr. and Bo Bichette. And a swing and a foul tip as he strikes him out. 2 down.
This outfield has played very well all season long. On the infield, Kevin Biggio makes his
more often for Kansas City. Freddie Fermin is their catcher tonight.
As often as they can.
Spiked into the dirt, 1-2.
But Danny Jansen is a big loss, not only for his presence.
1-2 again, and a swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. Right where he left off. Springer in the leadoff spot. Guerrero hitting third. York
third major league game. Got a pretty good arm. He profiles as a reliever. Good sink.
Results against righties than lefties in the big leagues this year. The opposite down in the minors.
But they want to find out if he can be their everyday center fielder. Dairon Blanco in right. And mentioned Sal Perez at first base, making his 19th start. Freddie Fermin behind the plate.
As he bounces one out to second, in comes. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. swings at the first pitch. It's a 1-hop.
To keep Bichette on the field for the rest of the season.
Arden, thank you. And obviously, even when Blue Jays fate this year.
Well, I think one thing you have to do is you have to trust Bo Bichette.
Fastball misses away. It's now a ball and 2 strikes on the Royals. Not been a strength of theirs this season. And they've actually struggled on both sides of the. A lot of pitchers pitch in Denver and say, you know, I didn't.
Going into Coors Field saying, you know what, breaking balls don't break here. Charlie Morton pitched out there the other day and said it.
Ball 1, a ball and 2 strikes on Nelson Velasquez. We have some breaking.
They want him to pitch like Blue Jays, Kevin.
Yeah. Out on Velasquez, the DH for the Royals, who was picked up in a deal with the Cubs. And a slider low, 2-2. So there's good news and bad news. Again, nobody's gotten on base against him, but the pitch.
That's the first time he'd walked that many since earlier in the season, way back on the 30th of May. He had
3-2 again, and he missed up and away, and there's his first walk of the night. A story for the Blue Jays here in 2023, and they have needed the output they have got. And a curveball down and in, 2 balls and a strike.
He's done a pretty good job.
Chased that one and he fouled it off. 2-2. And a fastball grounded to short. Bichette to Merrifield and on to first.
Schneider, who's become a fan favorite in a very short period of time. It's OPS. That's a major into the right field corner, and he'll add to that. Seats. Kevin Biggio. Slider is inside for ball 1. Injured finger. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. And now Biggio's on with a walk. Back to Snyder. The cover man is Lofton. And that's popped up. Freddie runs through the on deck area, and you got to be. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The center fielder in Arizona fouled it off of his foot. Ouch. 2-2. Foul tip and a strikeout. So the Blue Jays had 2 on with ball 1 on Nick Lofton.
So isn't that ideal for an opener?
Best 9 hitters. On the ground to third, and Biggio reaches far to his left. And Kikuchi really need at 39 pitches to the first 2 innings, even though he only. Fastball is in for a called 3rd strike. Kikuchi. Tyrone Blanco with 2 down.
Back up some. You get a better feel for the bat. It makes it.
That's interesting. He starts down at the handle, but is this
Give us to put up the barrel on it. And then use those legs.
2-2. And that ball is gone in the 3rd.
You could tell when that.
And that's also the Royals' first. Lined out to short, first time up. Had a good at bat. He got the count to 3-2. 1-2.
Really puts a lot into it.
Biggio. And got out of 2 on and nobody out in the 2nd.
Swing and miss if it is. And it's nice to see Ben May giving a few inches here and there off the dish.
On the ground to 3rd. And Garcia.
Let the stuff work. Let it play.
Is there. Freddie's on it.
Play.
Ball 1 on George Springer. 1-1. Marsh has alternated, and that's a bit deceiving because usually when you're talking starter and no swing, 3 balls 2 strikes.
Most times in that. Ooh, that's beautiful.
At the knees. Low strike, and Kikuchi gets him again. He's on and off the field. The Royals nominee this year is.
And a 1-2 from Alex Cobb. Well, he went down and got a breaking ball. His head down, and he's hoping.
Mật đẹp lên Shopee tại app Shopee.
Airport that day after a game in Kansas City. Steve Fizioc says, and me and Fizz stood up at attention and we high-fived every one of them.
Getting the series off.
Yes.
He's the Royals broadcaster at Wings On with the Storm Chasers.
He does nice work. He's earned it.
Against Snyder. 1 ball 2 strikes, and then a little bit low. And he's got a. He already had the